All right, so let's talk about fear. So, fear is that thing that keeps you from moving forward, from stepping into a life that you know you're meant to live. It whispers in your ear, like, what the fuck if you fail? What if they judge you? They don't like you. What if everything falls apart? You suck, right? But here's the thing fear is not real, it's an illusion. And today we're going to pull back the curtain and see it for what it truly is. If you're ready, let's go. Okay, so welcome back. Falling down. We are on day 3, and today we're exposing fear for what it truly is. Because let's be real, how many times has fear stopped you from doing something you knew in your heart of hearts, your spirit, you were meant for? Like, how many dreams have you placed on hold? How many opportunities have passed you by because of fear? How many bright ideas do you have or have had and that you've never done anything to it? Because fear stepped in and convinced you that you couldn't, shouldn't, wouldn't, or weren't ready. Well, today we're calling fear out. We're getting to the root of it, right? We're shifting the energy, we're reclaiming our power, and we're saying, fuck off, right? Because what is fear and why does it suck at us? Right? Like, so fear is not real. It's a construct. It's a thought that we have chosen to believe. One or two things, right? There are 2 types of fear, but we'll get there. And because we believe it, we give it power. But fear has no real substance. It's like a shadow on the wall that looks like a monster until you turn on the light and you realize, oh shit, there's nothing there. And it's just been blocking the light, right? That's all fear is. It's your own mind casting shadows where there are none. And then here's a kicker. Fear does not come from source. Fear is not your higher self speaking to you. Fear is low vibrational energy. Fear is sometimes being whispered by low vibrational portions of us. And it has conditioned you into by this world, by past experiences, by general trauma, by the programming that tells you that, stay small, stay safe. But safe isn't what we came here for. We came here to expand. We came here to create, to experience, and to remember who we are. So fear is just a roadblock standing between you and that remembrance. All right, so how fear operates. There's conscious and there's subconscious. Now, fear shows up in 2 different ways. There's a conscious fear, which is your body's natural survival mechanism. And then there's subconscious fear, which is where most of us get trapped. So let's break down conscious fear. This is the body's survival system, right? Conscious fear is useful. It's the thing that stops you from walking into the fucking street, that makes you cautious. It's when you hear a loud noise in the middle of the night and you fucking run. It's that built-in survival system. If you're a black girl like me, when you hear gunshots, you know what to do. You run, okay? And your body is designed to protect you, to sense danger, to react quickly in order to keep you alive. That's what we call real fear. And that fear has a purpose, to keep you from, dying, unless you're ready to die. But here's the thing, most of the times we're not in actual danger. Like, most of the time it's not a crocodile trying to get me, unless you live in Florida. I think they do alligators and crocodiles, but whatever. Tomato. So we're not being chased by wild animals. Sometimes wolves be down the street on my block. We're being taken over in LA by the damn coyotes. Anyway, and yet our body reacts to fear, other types of fear, subconscious fear, as if it's real, rational, and we're gonna die, right? And then something in your brain has to kick in and be like, nope, we stay in where we safe. Stay where it's familiar. But growth doesn't happen in the familiar. Expansion doesn't happen in the safe zone, right? So, subconscious fear, the silent controller. Now, this is where things get deep. So, subconscious fear is what really keeps us stuck. This is fear that we don't always recognize. This is the fear that operates beneath the surface, shaping our beliefs, our behaviors, our choices, without even realizing it. This is like programmed into us. This is like your mom, making you fearful when you're a kid. Like, my mom used to scare the living daylights out of me, right? About getting bad grades. And so I never got bad grades. I always got good grades. So what happens when you have this kind of fear? You hear things like, don't be too loud. don't be too big, don't be too different. It's those internalized messaging that we carry into adulthood from our childhood trauma that has us questioning what's really true. This is why people stay in jobs they hate. This is why people stay in relationships that don't serve them. This is why people hold themselves back, make themselves itty bitty bitty, play small. It's also why some people have weight problems, like me. Because there's some sort of fear, trauma that's standing behind in the background that we're subconsciously holding on to. And we believe that failure is the worst possible outcome. Like, what if they don't like me? What if they don't do this? But here's what you need to know. Those beliefs are not yours. They were given to you. And just like they were given to you, you have the power to kick rocks, right? So, what else I want to say? It's only 5 minutes in, people. And I got a whole spiel. So we know that fear is one of the lowest vibrational energies we can hold, right? Fear is not divine. Fear is not guidance. Fear is separation from source, from truth, from love, from our own divine knowing, right? And when we hold on to fear, we block the flow of creation. We create from a place of restriction, from lack, instead of abundance. We limit what's possible when we're in fear, right? We cut ourselves off from unlimited potential, from everything that's available to us out there in the universe. And that's not what we're here for. We're here to be creators, to expand, to remember our power, to create. And the first step in doing that is releasing that fear, right? So how do we do it? How do we stop fear from running the show? Here's what I'm going to tell you to do it. First, you need to acknowledge the fear. You cannot release what you won't face. So first things first, what is fear telling you? What is the story? Write it down. Get it out of your head onto a piece of paper where you can see it for what it is. Just words, just thoughts, just energy that no longer have to be. Seriously, you don't have to subscribe to it. So in my particular case, my biggest fear, one of my biggest fears is a fear of being seen. So that's why I'm just throwing myself on here, not doing my hair, not doing nothing. Just get on here and do it. One of mine is the fear of being seen. And this stems from when I was a child and I went through lots of trauma. And I remember being 6 years old, and due to the things that had happened to me and, child molestation and all those things that happens in our communities, I remember myself having this conversation that only if I looked a certain way, only if I was ugly or only if I was too bad or whatever, that nobody would touch me anymore. And that's a deep subconscious thing that I've been working on and breaking through, because that's what's holding me back. But why am I afraid? I'm an adult now. I can protect myself. There's no need for me to hold on to this. So that's my fear. So what am I going to do with that fear? So what I had to do is I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive the other people. And I had to go into my journal, write down the fear, and reframe it. The reframe is, I am no longer needing to hold on to this extra weight. There is no fear here. If I'm seen, I'm seen. If I'm not, I'm not. What the fuck is gonna happen? Absolutely fucking nothing, right? Nothing is going to happen. So how am I gonna break through this? I'm gonna breathe through it, and I'm gonna force myself to do the things that I'm afraid of, because fear has no power here. Not anymore. We are the creators. And today we're gonna choose truth over the illusion. So I'll see you in the next video. If you'd like to get the journal, we're on day 3. Tomorrow's day 4. I don't know what we're doing on day 4 because I haven't done my journal entry yet, but I will. So thank you all for your time. We're going to talk about fear and the illusion of fear, or letting fear go, breathing through it, in, out. It's no longer necessary to. It's 3, 2, 1, and so it is. And the name of all there is, was, and ever shall be. So it is, and so it is done.